For a second, I forgot what came after I counted. I was like, 3, 2, 1, what? What could it be?
Happy New Year!
This countdown is shorter than I thought.
I read somewhere that, like, if you're feeling like you are having a hard time getting started for something, that you should give yourself a 3, 2, 1, blast off, and then start doing whatever the chore is
That's
that
adorable.
you're supposed to be doing. I think that's a little too much 10-year-old boy for me.
I was going to say that sounds like it comes from a guide of like ADHD for children, how to inspire.
Right. Yes. Yeah, maybe that would work. My mom used to try tricks like that all the time, but they were the wrong tricks. She would say things like, I would get terminally bored at school, partly because, so again, I had a math disability that wasn't being addressed, and I was reading precociously. So I was not around children ever, so I was very adult socialized. I would get real bored in the middle of the day. And especially if it was stuff like spelling, where you were supposed to write the word a number of times on a sheet of paper. Oh. I would like write it 2 or 3 times, and then I would just turn it in, and then I would sit down and read. And I don't have any idea why I thought I could get away with it, because it's not like the teacher wasn't going to pick up the sheets of paper and look at it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's sort of like when I was younger. There were just things that I was not aware of. I probably, because of my ADHD, wet my pants a lot into 3rd grade, I would say. And it would mostly be because I would like get into a groove, not realize I had to pee, put off having to pee, then stand up and then pee myself. But
wow.
It was.
I've always had a really weak bladder, so like any forcive thing, forget it. Like I've got to go change my undies. But like I've definitely never heard of a level of genius so advanced that you get lost in work, and when you stand up, you're like a small puppy, and like, it's gone.
Yeah, that's it's apparently very common, and it's one of the ways that I was able to like recognize ADHD in myself. Wow. Yeah, because you get so hyper focused in something, and I can't say that I was like fully aware of my body and how it was interacting with the world as a kid anyway. But anyway, I don't know where I thought the pee went, but I thought that no one would notice. Like,
oh, baby.
I remember specifically it was one time in the lunchroom, and the aide, like, I was going to wait until I was done with lunch. I got up and I was like, oh no. And the bathroom was right outside the lunchroom. And the aide came in and was like, hey. She was probably like, I now have to clean up your trail. And I was like, I'm fine. And she was like, I don't think so. And I was like, no, it's okay. And I have to tell you, she should have gotten the nurse to come in and talk to me or something.
Yes. Oh my
because
God.
they always had like whatever, somebody else's sweatpants in the lost and found or something.
Yes,
like that.
Exactly.
But no, she was like, all right. And she fucking ditched me. Miss Brown. She sucked. She was mean.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, I'm reminded of like the old, I want to say 90s. I'm sure it's older than that. But the old adage of like, when you get your period in school, just tie a sweatshirt around your waist. And I never used that for my period, but you better believe I used it when I wet myself. Like to some degree in the middle of school. I don't know. I've always had a really, really weak pelvic floor.
Huh.
Like astoundingly weak. And then too strong. Then way too strong. I don't know. I don't know what the balance is, but holy shit. I was like, Mom, maybe this is a concern we should have. And she's like, you'll grow out of it. I did not.
Wow. What does... Cool. I will keep that in mind. Yeah. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to All the Fucks.
Oh, that's definitely all the fucks. Every time you wet yourself and you're certain no one else saw.
I gotta say, I remember it happening enough that it is the kind of thing people probably should have made fun of me for, and nobody ever did. So I am grateful that at least there was that.
Yeah.
I was just fat and not pissy pants fat.
That's right.
But that's probably why I thought nobody noticed, because nobody ever made fun of me. So it's like, clearly I'm getting away with this.
Definitely. Oh my God. Oh, you poor sweet baby. I just laughed too hard. I laughed way too hard. Oh my God. I would get into these uncontrollable gales of like such forced laughter that it would be like, oh no, oh, it's happening. And, oh, yikes.
Yeah, for me now, it's just the sneezes, but
yes,
that's actually getting better.
Sneezes, coughing. Oh my God, bronchitis. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's never good. When I, you remember when I had whooping cough? Did I know you? Yeah.
Yes.
I think I did. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Because you texted me and you were like, guess what the fuck I have?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Not to brag, but I have.
1805.
Who's got pertussis? Is this girl? Unbelievable.
Oh no.
I was so angry.
Oh no. Who the fuck did not get vaccinated and somehow gave that to you through the centuries?
Lots of people on the Upper East Side and in
yikes.
Brooklyn, apparently. But you know, not everybody can say that they're logged in the CDC. So, yeah, coughing for like 90 days straight, including while you're asleep or trying to sleep.
Dude.
That'll rearrange your relationship with your bladder.
Oh, yeah. Yes, your bladder, your voice. Coughing that much and the way it hurts your voice, it scars your
ribs.
lungs.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so fucked up. This is really gross, but it's like a very fun gross story. A very fun gross. So, fuck buddies, if you're sensitive to like body stuff, skip forward a minute or two. But okay, so I had reproductive issues due to my PCOS. It was when I was undiagnosed. I had been treated. Basically, I'd followed some breadcrumbs to a really, really, really bad urologist. And he was like, well, just go off your pill and then it will fix these urethra issues. It did it? I think it actually kind of did. But what happened when I went off my pill for the first time in like 10 years was that my PCOS went bing, bang, bong, 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 and was all of a sudden like a lit up pinball machine.
Oh, no.
And when it was that, I had really, really heavy period that didn't stop for like
That's
2
terrible.
full months. It was it was bad. I had, I went anemic because of it. I had to take fucking iron supplements. It was not great. And then my OBGYN like flew to the rescue, which was phenomenal. And she was like, no dumb man should ever have taken you off your pill. Your pill was keeping your body together. Let's put you back on your pill and fix this shit. She was wonderful. Anyway, but at the time that this is happening, and thankfully it's not something like I need a blood transfusion or anything for, like, I'm bleeding, but I'm not in dire straits.
Yeah.
However, at this point in time, and it's like February, at this point in time, I'm basically hemorrhaging, and also I have bronchitis.
Oh, God. Oh, no. You were like a super soaker.
Yes, indeedy, my friend. I sure was. And so for like 2 months, because of course bronchitis sticks around forever, for a non-trivial amount of time. This is why I know depends is not actually depends. Because I had to buy them because I was like, well, this is all really bad. Like, we are beyond the realm of my my menstrual cup, of menstrual pads, of tampons. Like, I need a diaper to hang in here.
Holy shit. You've never told me this story. Wow.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm sure you have not.
It's intense, but also this part is gross and fun. So it's Valentine's Day, and I'm like, fucking all this shit be damned. We are going to go out to dinner, and we are going to have a nice time.
Lovely.
So I put on
you and your diaper.
Yes, definitely. So I put on.
Come on, old buddy, old pal.
I put on a white and ballet pink dress.
Nope.
And definitely my trusty, lovely Valentine's date, the Depend, and go out to this tapas restaurant. And I am sitting there enjoying tapas and going through the cycles of the meal, and I can't stop coughing. And I can't stop laughing because I can't stop coughing. And so I'm just like forcive actions on my body. And like, that Depend is helping in every possible way.
Wow. Wow.
And this is, I realize I set you up for the
yes.
switcheroo.
It sounded like it was going to be a disaster. I'm glad that it wasn't.
That white and pink dress was untouched. Wow. Thank you, Depends.
Amazing. I remember when I told my mother, do not buy me another pair of white pants. Don't buy me another pair of white pants. First of all, I don't wear pants anymore. I wear all dresses, mostly. Like, sorry. No pants. La, 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 la. But yeah, white pants are for a statement, right? White pants are not for like a 14-year-old girl.
Oh my God.
Who the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh no.
What are you talking about?
I don't think I've ever owned a pair of white pants. Ever.
Oh, not only did I have white pants, I actually had, and this I picked out for myself, and I actually really loved it. For my 8th grade Odyssey of the Mind sketch, the one where we went to the world competition in Boulder, Colorado. Probably wildly inappropriate that we did this, but you're supposed to like solve a problem in a sketch, and I can't remember what the problem was. I wonder if anyone from my team remembers, because I definitely am in touch with some of them. Michael, that lovely boy that I had all of the weird crush mess on, he was on that team. It was a sketch about a like an Egyptian ruin, like a pyramid or a sphinx opening up, and then I came out of it ostensibly as like an ancient Egyptian goddess ? But they asked, my friend Sananda's mom had a bunch of old saris. We were trying to figure out like what to do for my costume, so I bought this white capri. It was a sleeve. It was like a painter jumpsuit. You remember when everything was like paintery, like painter caps and shit like that? It was kind of like that. It had a little lace up the bosom. It was so that you can unlace it and like get in from the top, and then they would like wrap the sari around me in kind of like a toga, which is also not very Egyptian, but sure. In like
it's a melting pot.
In my Indian friend's mom's like old cult clothes, basically, but it was beautiful. It was like purple and shiny. It was
old clothes.
Yeah. It was ripped. She gave it to me because it was ripped and she was never going to wear it as a sari again, but I could just like tuck it up for the costume. It didn't matter. Anyway, I just fell in love with this dumb jumpsuit, and it was one of those little moments where I felt kind of sexy, not in the weird sari / Egyptian getup, but the little jumpsuit thing I would wear. I had this little peach top that I like to tie in a bow just like under my tits, and I felt so fucking cute. I was like, look at me go. I am adorable in my little stupid keds and my dumb little bell ankle bracelet and my little, like, this was all like kind of cut low, and I was like, oh my goodness, maybe some cleavage. And then
How old are you at this point? Like 15?
by the time I started doing that, I was maybe 13 or 14. But it wasn't very often, and it certainly wasn't like with, I wasn't aware of it as feeling sexy, right? Like
Sure.
I was just like, I felt put together, and I felt like I wasn't hiding, whereas everything else was a giant t-shirt and shorts and me pulling on the t-shirt all the time to make sure that it wasn't hitting my muffin top and my tummy. That was like the first bodycon thing I ever wore.
I love that. I also love that, like, it's such a clear, like, pipeline to burlesque of, like, yes, I'm the goddess coming out of this tomb. Yes, we're going to make our own weird melting pot costume that, like, kind of makes sense. Like, you can get there.
That's one of the reasons why I started doing burlesque. Actually, I was like, I have been cobbling this shit together my entire life. Like Girl Scouts, Odyssey of the Mind, and theater bullshit. Yeah, I was like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Totally.
Let's do this.
Oh my God. I fucking love that.
Yay.
I love that.
Can I real quick show you something that I haven't started yet, and I have it's due. It's not due. I'm trying to put it together for a headdress for Jersey City Pride on Saturday. So
Please.
And then I have a show tomorrow night. I have a show on Thursday. I have Friday off, and then I have
house guest.
Yeah, I have a house guest. So anyway, somewhere in this time, I'm sure my friend who's staying with me, friends, fuck buddies, her burlesque name is Edith Meowt. Meowt.
Oh, it's her who's staying with you.
Yes, it is the best name. She's a wonderful photographer. She's an incredible performer. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these pansexual flowers.
Oh!
But I have a hot pink dress that I'm wearing. And then this is going to,
Yes!
Should I just do like this and call it a day?
Yes, actually. Just strap them on with a bungee cord. Nailed it.
Yep. Yep, I got a brand new hot glue gun. I'm ready to rock.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and these were $2 each at my little local dollar store.
Yay! That's a misnomer.
Oh, nothing is really.
I miss
Nothing
those
is a dollar
days.
anymore.
What the fuck? For real.
Well, I mean, now we have, I feel like Five Below is what dollar stores used to be. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Have you been to one lately?
A dollar store or a Five Below?
Five Below.
No, not in a million years.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
they're just getting better and better, honestly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet they are.
Yeah,
I got a
very
boogie
appealing.
board there once. For $5.
Yes. That is exactly the purpose that Five Below serves. Yep. It'll be like weird flavors of Twizzlers you've never seen. And
Yep.
But you know what? But it's never stale. Like Dollar Tree, you had to be a little bit cautious because if it wound up in a Dollar Tree, it meant something had gone wrong. Yeah, I get like makeup brushes and pads and stuff there. I've gotten fabulous stickers. Ooh, as a matter of fact, I've been searching. I got these at Five Below, and then watch them be. They're not like a Trumpy company, are they? I'm gonna feel bad if they. I can't.
Oh,
know.
I don't know anything about them.
I don't think that they are. But this series of stickers.
Oh, okay. We've got some ice cream, cinnamon bun, taco, pizza.
Why won't it?
Toilet paper?
Toilet. It's called Butts on Things.
Everything's got a butt. Oh my god.
Everything's got a butt.
Oh my god. Everything's got a butt.
Yep.
Oh, is that
There's
a disco ball with a butt?
There's a cupcake with a butt. There's a dump truck. Oh, I use the dump truck one. There's a
Literally
donut with a
dumps
butt.
like a truck.
I laughed so hard when I picked this up. And the first time I bought them, I only bought one sheet. And then they ran out, and I was so mad. And I've been looking for them for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Look at those. How many did you buy now?
United 5.
Oh, yeah.
And they come with 2 things in each one. So I'm all butted up.
Oh, I love it. Yay. What's on everything?
Yes,
Well,
please.
that's a fucking joy. People who make those stickers couldn't possibly be right-wing evil people.
Well, these are from Sticker Lion, I think, or sorry, Sandy Lion. Sandy Lion.
That's
The
an
artist is at Brian Cook Art, BrianCookArt. Adorable. I didn't realize that they had his handle on there. I'm gonna go find him.
Yes, you should totally tell him, like, I bought all the stickers of yours that I could possibly find.
Oh, he must have other kinds of things. I can't wait to be his patron.
Maybe the whole world is just butts on stuff.
I would love that. I'm having a little reverie, imagining like a whole painting of a still life, but everything has butts.
I mean, it's an identity to hang your hat on for sure.
You can be an asshat, so.
Perfection. Yes, look at you. Oh my God. Truly Alan's daughter.
Oh my God, speaking of which, did you watch the convention last night?
I did not.
I won't like try to give you a blow by blow, but I have to tell you, and again, I deeply feel that all politicians are mostly bad, right? I think that you have to be kind of a shitty person to want to get into it, and to be able to navigate the bullshit. You have to compromise your own whatevers, or you're never going to get anywhere. But that's why it's called politics. It's not called get what you wantix. It is, politics is for people who are good at navigating the bullshit. It made me very hopeful. Made me very hopeful.
Really? Yay!
Yes, and then there's this one, I can't remember her name. She is a representative from Texas. Not Houston, but Shauna seemed to know who she was. There was a recent thing where I'm really bad with people's names. That dumb blonde Republican lady who is so mean.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yes. So when she was like, I don't know if you can see past those fake eyelashes.
Oh, yes.
This was the representative that she was trying to tear down.
Yes.
She talked, and like multiple people who talked either cried a little bit or like got really choked up, talking about how much they believed in. I'm about to cry just thinking about it.
I see your eyes getting all glassy over there.
Talked about how much they believed in Kamala, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Wow.
Thank God someone has inspired. Like, she does not necessarily inspire me like that, but I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved. These are the tears of someone who doesn't have to solve a math problem. This is what that is.
Yes.
Tim Walls. I want to call him Waltz. I'm going to keep probably calling him Waltz. He was half crying the entire time. It was so sweet. And his wife, because I'm an easy crier, I know all the hallmarks, right? There was a point where I think it was when she was telling her, what's her name?
Jasmine Crockett.
Yes.
Is her name.
First of all, she's incredible. Like, she's so fun and personable, and you could tell that she prepared her remarks, but she wasn't so like beep boop bop robotic as a couple of the other people who got up there and like clearly somebody wrote their speech for them and then they practiced it. Like, you can tell she wrote all of this. But yeah, Tim and his wife Gwen, I just learned her name. They were sitting over in whatever the little side area was, and Gwen goes, she takes a deep breath and she just looks up and her mouth is a little open. And I can tell she's trying to like get the tears to like suck back in.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Been there. Anytime you see my face tilted back.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, oh, we got this, we got this. And then then there were a couple of times where like the dam broke for both of them, and it was just so endearing. Also, Hillary was feisty as fuck. It was really great to see her, and I feel weird being like, she looks great, but she looks great.
She does look great. God,
Yeah,
8 years later, Jesus.
Felt good. And then I think, I mean, again, I'm not one to be like, let's start a conspiracy theory. I wonder if Biden didn't have a tiny stroke because of the way his speech is so slurred.
Yeah.
Like, that would make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah. Listen, they're apparently like 2 years apart in age. Biden is a little bit older, but the fact that, I mean, oh my God, like, that poor man, just, like, go enjoy your golden years.
Oh, yeah.
For the love of
Yes.
God.
They showed him and Jill on a beach somewhere the other day, and I was
Thank
like,
Jesus.
yes,
Yes.
Pawpaw.
Yes. Listen, you only get one. We
Right.
all only get one. Who wants to be doing that job?
Right. Anyway, worth a watch. I'm definitely going to
beautiful.
watch again tonight. It feels really nice.
Yay!
It's just nice to not be like, oh, and listening to Biden talk, like he talked for a long time, but it was like his stutter came back and stuff, which is not anything to fault anyone for.
No, of course not.
But that, along with him slurring like a couple of words per sentence, it was actually difficult to understand him sometimes.
Thank fucking God, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And people were really giving him his flowers. I saw somebody else on Twitter who was like, you have to hand it to a man that old, like a white man that old, who was able to play, more than willing to play second fiddle to Obama for 2 terms.
Yes.
And then got to this point and just handed it over to a black woman. Like,
yes.
There's not a lot of old white men who would do that. So
especially when we watch all of these fucking ancient senators and congressmen just gripping on with their Gollum hands for their whole, like, I'm sorry, doesn't your family want you to retire? Like, right. I want you to retire.
Right.
But doesn't
Please.
Like,
Mitch McConnell, go home.
What?
Go home.
Could you still
because their family doesn't want them either.
I know, right?
I think it was Van Jones. Somebody said something today that made me thrilled. Half of the eligible voting population now is Gen Z or millennial.
Oh, mama.
Isn't that
amazing? Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Okay. Love that for us.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for us.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Whew. So anyway.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is. I feel like I have been so wary and so beaten down for so long that it is a weird, like, I'm like, what is this feeling?
Yes. It is truly a breath of fresh air. I mean, it's a little bit different than it was in '08, but like,
oh yeah.
I mean, in the way that '08 felt like, oh, here's a younger man and a black man and like someone who seems to be resonant with the energy of this country and what we want to grow up to see it develop into. And of course, everybody's always A, a politician, B, stymied by whatever the fuck is going on in Congress and the Senate.
Right.
And the Supreme Court, God help us all. But like, whatever, that still felt like a huge win. And this is, I think, the first time maybe even a hint of that sort of energy is being recollected.
Sure.
Which is fucking cool, because honestly, before I was just like, I guess.
Right. I was at an election party at my friend Angela's place, who was, I think, one of the first people who I knew who like kind of understood what was going on in politics, which was very cool. She also used to do huge fundraisers for the AIDS walk and stuff like that. Like, she, I think, had her shit together before a lot of people our age. But she had this Obama party campaign, whatever, election night party at her house. I remember I made cupcakes that had icing with the little Obama logo on them. It was so fun. And we were really biting nails, but like, they had this big blank white wall and somebody drew a very poorly drawn map of the United States, huge, on this whole wall. It was very funny. It was sort of like, the thing where people are like, draw what you think a bicycle looks like, and then they show you how the bicycle would not work if the bicycle was built like that. That was kind of what this map of the United States was. But they would put up the results as it was coming in. Uh, and when it was very clear, like cut and dried, that Obama won, we all like went out into the streets. Like we
Yes,
went out
yes.
and we went to Bell Bell House,
Uh-huh.
which was around the corner. And there people were still partying there. There were people just like screaming in the streets and honking horns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I could go for that.
Yes, I would like that. I would like that too. Yeah. I totally get what you mean about this really, and it really feels razor thin, right? This line between like blindly being like, yay, I'm so in, without taking into account, like, yeah, and also she's a politician. She has, considerably non leftist visions for things that
Mhm,
might be really meaningful in this moment in regards
mhm,
to genocide
mhm.
or, carceral justice or whatever.
Biden did mention Gaza.
He did?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it is he said, and he certainly didn't
Did
call
he
it a genocide.
sneeze? Was it a sneeze?
Amazing. Um, but he did at least bring it up, it's not nothing.
That's not nothing. God, it's so terrible that the limbo stick is like incredibly low. But
Yeah.
but I mean, listen, when the needle moves,
Yeah.
we need the needle to move.
Well,
And
one of
so
the
when
things
it
I was
moves, we have to
right.
applaud it.
Right. One of the things I was saying, I was texting like 8 people last night while I was watching things, and I was looking at Twitter. So that's why I missed a lot of what people were actually saying, because I was trying to read the real time commentary and have my own real time commentary. ADHD. So, but there's a whole, and I wish I could remember what podcast it was on. I listened to a podcast where the interview was with someone who was at the helm of helping make sure that Roe was overturned. He was somebody who was not in a political role, somebody who was like helping alongside politicians and maybe a
Oh,
lobbyist or something like
right,
that.
right.
And he was
Yes.
talking about how this move was slow and patient, and it started decades ago. Like it started in the late 80s or early 90s or something like that. And he was very like, I couldn't believe that he spilled all these beans, quite frankly. That's why I wish I could find it again. He
Right.
said exactly what it was that they planned to do, and getting the judges, all of that stuff.
Yep.
And we didn't see it happening, even
Right.
though they were being very blatant about it. It was slow and calculated because hatred and bigotry is fucking patient, and love and righteousness and justice is by composition, by
Yeah.
definition, impatient.
Yes, yes. We need the immediacy.
Yeah. And I do constantly worry that a lot of people are killing the good for the perfect. So
Agreed.
anyway,
Agreed.
politics,
Fine line.
nobody gets what they want in politics, and everything is broken. The system sucks. And the first thing that people should do if they want to fix the system is start paying attention to what's happening on their block. You can run for county committee. I don't know if that's in every state, but it's definitely in New York and New Jersey. You can be the representative to the Democratic Party if that's your jam. Um, and you represent like a 4-block radius of where you live.
Oh shit.
And then you get to weigh in on who the Democratic Party backs. Yeah.
Oh.
Also,
Oh.
I know.
Oh, is
Yep,
that
yep,
how
yep.
they've been so slimy all these years?
Yes, it is. And Jersey is especially fucked up with that because
Of course.
the machine folks completely, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to get into all that crap. It is the best way to exact the kind of change that could possibly get us to get rid of the stupid ass electoral college. Also, your
Wow.
local school board. All this stuff is things where you're like, this feels like it's written in Sanskrit to most of us. It feels
Yes.
inaccessible, but once
Yes.
you crack it, and Twitter is still the best place. I had coffee. That's why I'm talking
Oh.
so fast.
Give it to
Um,
me.
Twitter is still the best place for local granular stuff. If you can start following a couple of your local reporters, That is the best starting point, and then see who those reporters follow. Take a look at Politico if you're in New Jersey, especially. And most people who are active on political Twitter are super excited that you are interested, and they will point you in the right direction no matter what it is you want to look at. Everyone is yelling, hoping someone will listen. But yeah, our school board, which is an unpaid position in Jersey City, the last round of two elections ago, there was a super PAC who put $250,000 into advertising for one of the slates. $250,000. LaFrac was trying to buy seats on the school board. And at some point, now I'm not saying that the schools don't need it, but at some point last year, the Jersey City School Board passed this thing that just passed, and suddenly everybody's homeowners taxes went up thousands of dollars.
Oh, no.
Whoosh, because no one's paying attention to the school board because we don't have kids.
Oh, no.
Who fucking
And
cares?
honestly, the amount of your property taxes that go to schools, I'm sure that parents inherently know this, but people who don't have kids are just like, what?
Right.
I was shocked. I thought it was going to garbage or roads. Mostly other people's children, which is fine. I believe in other people's children.
Yes.
But still.
That is where
It's a lot of
all
money
decided
for them.
that we're a little bit communist when it comes to shit like that.
Yes.
We like our libraries. We like our roads. We like our schools. We like our trash getting picked up.
Yes.
We will agree to be communist/socialist where it comes to things like that. But it's still like if you are the kind of person who is considering not voting because you don't like the two-party system, you must first be super active in your local anything, I believe, to justify not voting at all because you think that they're both bad. They are both bad. But which one is going to come for your actual liberties? Like,
the least harm.
This is harm reduction. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. This is not healing.
That's right.
This is not the balm of Gilead. This is not unicorns and puppies. This is harm reduction. We are in the fucking triage section of the 21st century. We need a methadone clinic.
Oh, yeah.
And a needle exchange. Anyway, hatred.
Lillian Bustle for mayor. Hatred is patient. Man, those people bide their motherfucking time.
Yep.
They bide their time. It's tragic. And it's because they still benefit from a world that's not falling apart. Because they still benefit from everybody being happy. They still get to go get their raises and go on their cruises and go do all the things that we won't get to do when their hatred pays off. Like,
right.
Yeah. Yep. I gotta tell you, when I first voted locally in South Jersey, where I am right now, and I had just come to realize that the school board was actually a really important thing. And that maybe I should pay attention and I should hit buttons and I should, I think it probably because it was the first time that I was really voting after like the pandemic had been like very much established and after the blowback of like what schools need to do now that quarantine is over or whatever.
Right.
It seemed really important because people were going fucking crazy about it. But then I realized that everyone on the ticket was bad and they were all crazy in their own specific way.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh no. Can I vote for this cat? I'd like to write in this cat.
I mean, protest votes are useful when they are organized.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But that's why, like, if it all sucks on that particular election Tuesday, the only thing to do is to then get involved with local people who are doing local things.
Totally. Yeah, I think the argument is constantly being made that like, and also we need to keep caring and we need to keep pushing.
Yeah. Oh,
Even
oh no,
even
I
if
think
we
it's
get
great
this
that
good
there's
win, right?
I think it's great that there's people protesting
Totally.
outside of the DNC, not because they're Republicans, but in the name of like raising awareness about a ceasefire. Like I think
Yep.
that is important. Uh,
Totally.
no matter what they're protesting about. No matter what, it's important that you're still making your voice heard.
Yeah. And I 1000% get that the most leftist people that I like idolize and follow and believe in that kind of world, they're like, well, when will it be a good time, and when will, right? And I'm like, okay, this is fair. So the lesson is we need to keep pushing,
Yeah, yeah.
as opposed to like let it all burn down, which
Right.
feels like a really bad thing.
Yeah. No, I think that we're at a really interesting tipping point. I didn't expect for this to be what we were going to talk about today, but I feel like that's every time we talk now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
There's just a different sentiment from Gen X, right? Like we are the way we are because of the boomers, more or less. Like
Yes.
we chose to drop out in our own way and to make our own rules and to try to like function within the confines as best we could while still being punk.
Mm-hmm.
And millennials are the way they are because they looked at us and said, "Oh, I'm going to pick and choose some of this." And it's just all going to keep snowballing. So it's not necessarily a matter of time because Lord knows there's all these like fucking trad wives coming up.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
But by and large, I think that we are at the precipice of something that's going to be a huge change. And I gotta hope that it's in the right direction. And by the right direction,
I hope so too.
I mean what is good and like
liberatory and freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harm reduction.
Harm reduction.
That's literally good. Harm
Yes.
reduction is good. I wish we didn't have to put a sticker on that. Now that you have a bunch of butt stickers.
Those can only make things better. If I did run for office, that would definitely be part of I would call up that guy and have him make me a little logo.
I love it. I bet he would, since he's been tagged.
Did I tell you about, I think I talked about dissent pins on the last episode, or maybe you and I just talked about it. So there's just a little shout out. There's a company called Dissent Pins, and I came across them in 2018 because they got attention for doing the dissent collar jewelry for RBG.
Totally.
And I had a necklace that's the dissent collar, and they do fun pins that say like, I've had crunch wraps more supreme than this court, things like that. They're just very...
Oh God, that made me so hungry.
I do love a crunch wrap.
Oh,
I Taco Bell doesn't taste as good as it used to, and I don't know it's because I've
agree.
just been around good Mexican for too long, or if it tastes different. But regardless, I still don't think I've eaten Taco Bell sober in like 2 decades, but it should taste better drunk, and it doesn't. They donate half of the proceeds that they get from each enamel pin, and they have other things now too, to charities, and they usually say what. So like a lot of the queer oriented pins give directly to the Ali Forney Center in New York. Like they're very targeted, and it tells you what you're helping, which I think everybody loves it. Like everybody wants to like buy a stupid bracelet and know where your whale is that you're supporting.
Yes.
But I reached out to them after a number of years and was like, you sponsored one of my shows a long time ago. I really adore your stuff, and I know that my demographic will love it too. Would you be willing to send me more stuff? The raffle is how we keep our running costs down. And they sent me like 15 pins. They sent me so many things.
Hell yeah.
It was marvelous. And they're just all very, very cute. One of them is it looks like a national park road sign, and it says, "Not all who wander are lost, but I am."
I love
I was
that.
like, "That's a good tag. That's a good tag." Um, yeah, I don't know. It's nice.
I love that. Wow, you did have coffee. And then you brought me my politics news. Thank you. Amazing. The only thing I know about the DNC thus far is that my friend Mila Jam,
Hmm.
a trans pop star, basically,
Are you
sang
pals
the
with her? Do you know her?
yeah, she and I delivered our TED Talks at the same TEDx function.
Oh my word, that is incredible.
I only know her because of my amazing friend Alicia, who's been tight with her for a billion years and has always spoken so highly of her.
Oh yeah,
And so I've
she's
been
fabulous.
following her, and then I
She was
met
part of
her.
Jersey City Pride last year.
She
Yeah,
was!
yeah.
I fucking love Mila. She got to sing the Black National Anthem to open up the DNC in Chicago yesterday or the
Oh
day
really?
before.
Oh, I
Yeah.
missed it.
Oh my god, she
I
looked
didn't.
fucking
I came in around
glorious.
9 o'clock. Oh, I'll find it. That's great.
In the most like beautiful Grecian, like light blue dress. She was
Oh,
amazing.
that's so great.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
awesome.
she's so fun. I love her Instagram
She's really
so
fun.
much. Oh my
She's
gosh.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Amazing.
Like thrilling goosebumps. So,
Yay.
that's amazing, and all your news is amazing. And yeah, I also only got the RNC by virtue of John Oliver covering it, which was mwah, chef's kiss, the
Oh
exact
yeah.
way to receive all of that. So
I'm
good.
yes, wonderful. And Jon Stewart, who's back on Mondays now. Did you know that?
I did, but only because I saw a picture of him. Like,
Oh,
hooray!
I love that guy. Um
The best.
yeah, it's been really nice to have him back commentating on things, and just like, when
Uh,
he like looks into the camera and he's like, oh, just
yes.
so perfect.
Did I tell you? I must have told you. I went to go see him and John Mulaney and Pete
Yes.
Davidson.
Yes.
Ah, truly. Oh God, that was good. Pete
Ugh.
Davidson was a fucking delight. And I'm not like a person who seeks him out. He was a delight. I tell you what. He was
Yeah.
fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody else, I don't agree with everything that he says,
Sure.
but his I can appreciate a point of view, you know what I mean? And
Yes.
I think that for somebody who was raised on Staten Island,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
there's a lot of ways
Yes.
that can go wrong. Um,
Infinite.
that
No.
kind of trauma doesn't always make you funny.
That's right. He
Sometimes
is
it
sort
just
of the
makes you an asshole.
best. He's essentially the best possible timeline for a Staten Islander, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wild.
Yay. Oh, yay. Jon Stewart. That makes me squishy fuzzy happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's good squish fuzz. So I'm having, I think it's by virtue of Sugar Coated.
Which is,
I
tell the people
Which
again
is
what
my
Sugar Coated
solo show.
Yeah.
Which is my solo show. And guess what, fuck buddies? Lillian is producing it with me.
Yay. I'm so
Lillian
excited.
and I are coming together in showbiz ways, and we're trying to get this sucker up this fall in New York. So yay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think by virtue of having been in Sugar Coated and getting to perform it and getting to tell people my story, I have had the really uncomfortable soul homework of looking at what I thought was love for like my whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Behaviors, things I responded to, the way that I was treated in my marriage and also other times. And to really see, oh, that's actually not love. That's actually control and manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
And to really kind of be reeling from it. and trying to like retrain my brain to know what healthy is, because healthy isn't comfortable yet, because
Mm-hmm.
healthy isn't my musculature yet. But like, since I am in a relationship with someone who is also like coming out of codependence and leaning into interdependence and leaning into like our own our own biodomes of our own temperature settings, right? And like not
Right.
merging it, and like it's so uncomfortable. And I feel all these old buttons and triggers of like, but shouldn't this feel really extreme and intense? Shouldn't their pain be my pain? Shouldn't, isn't this a you say jump and I say how high? Like,
Mhm.
all of those things, as shitty as they are, as exhausting as they are, felt really normal
Mhm.
and felt very much like love, and were certainly like bonked into my brain that that is exactly not only how I receive love, but certainly how I give it back.
Mhm.
And that is no longer how I receive love, which is great, but it's still kind of how I want to give it back, because I feel like if I'm not that person, I am a cold, unfeeling bitch who doesn't care about someone. And it is rocking my nervous system to the core. I mean, it's getting better by the day. Like, I'm watching the needle move.
Yeah.
And that's cool and that's great. Like, I'm getting better at it. I'm maintaining my homeostasis and like just holding down an anchor. And then like Jory's like, wow, that was so helpful for me. Thank you. And then I was able to do it myself. And I'm like, and like it's also still getting easier, but I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, yay, you did it one time. And then I look up the face of the cliff and I'm like, fuck, there's, there's, God willing, another 40, 50 years to do
Yep.
this. Wouldn't get,
Mhm.
no.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah, it's like that scene in Princess Bride where Andre the Giant just has everybody attached to him and is like,
Yes.
why am I the fucking one who has to do this?
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes.
But at the same time, it's also you not having to carry everybody.
Right. And how much room I have in my life in not doing that is also, I think, uncomfortable too.
Hmm.
Right.
Oh, when I first like really confronted the concept of self-care and putting myself first, that was multiple weeks of therapy, just like pulling all of that apart. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it just like hearing my mom, the echo of my mom calling me selfish over and over again. And that folded in with my whole Christian upbringing with like turn the other cheek, like make yourself a vessel. How empty yourself out for God. What?
Yeah.
God gave me all of this because he wanted me to be full of it.
That's right.
um yeah, I started breaking those patterns after my mom passed away. Um because it really felt like I had handcuffs on my heart for a really, really long time. And I started to realize that I had formed a lot of my identity around feeling validated by the role of caretaker. That was my job. I knew how to do it. I knew how to manage other people's lives. I was the person that you could call at 3 o'clock in the morning to complain about your boyfriend.
Mhm.
I would always be there for you for whatever it was that you needed, even if it meant that I wouldn't get any sleep and would fail a test the next day.
Oh, honey. Yeah.
Um, and it felt good because that is what I thought love was.
Of course.
That's what I thought giving love was.
Yes.
Nobody, nobody was doing that for me.
Right?
No one was doing that for me. I can't say no one.
Right?
I had a handful of ride or die folks in high school for sure. Um, and and definitely into adulthood. Like all of the people who helped me clean out my mom's house. Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Like that's a huge sacrifice. Um, but I didn't really know what to do with myself when I was like, oh, this is not a role I even want anymore, and it's not one I can fulfill. And when I was grieving my mom and starting a new job, and like people were like, oh, can you do this dumb thing that you've always done for me? And I would be like, no.
Hmm.
Then people reacted to me like I was a cold bitch
Yep.
when I was just making boundaries.
It's interesting. This is actually related. I had an audition recently, and it was for a movie, so the director was very involved in it. And you got a prompt at the beginning of your audition, and the prompt was, it was like an interview, right? And it was like, it was a normal employment interview question. It was, how would your friends describe you, and how would your enemies describe you, right? It was the two sides of the coin. And I was like, but this also isn't fair, because friends actually talk about your attributes, whereas like, I don't know if you feel this, but I don't know if this only comes from people who are like enormous people pleasers, and the second that they break the pattern, like they're dead to somebody.
Hmm.
But I mean, my actual enemies would just call me fucking terrible, the
Mm.
scum of the earth,
Right.
the big like hater, hater, hater. And like,
Right.
it's not actually about behavior that I did, it's about what I stopped doing.
Right.
Right? And like,
Indeed.
I yeah, there's something to that just feels a little bit ludicrous, but the way that people will throw you all the way down the garbage chute when you don't give unrelentingly of yourself anymore is baffling.
Yeah. Well, they were using you, and suddenly you were like, I do not wish to be a tool anymore. And they were like, how dare you? This is the only way that you fit into my life.
Yeah.
And now you're not useful to me.
Yeah.
And it's not always that malicious, right? Like sometimes it's just you've agreed to play a role with somebody, like when you're kids on the playground and you're like, I will be mommy and you will be daddy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then when somebody wants to play a different game, sometimes the other person gets mad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still a very one-way street. It's interesting that you said, because this is so true. I mean, I think this is a shared experience, certainly between us, and I think like thematically too. Um, it's interesting that you said that like I was always that person for other people, but literally never did anyone do it for me. And like, how is that not egregious
Hmm.
when us not doing the thing is?
Right. Right. I couldn't even count on my mom to pick me up after school from the shit that she insisted that I stay after school to do.
Oh, yeah.
What was my only recourse to stay sane was to convince myself that I was capable of taking care of myself and then to do so as best I could as a fucking fifth grader.
Right. Right.
So why wouldn't I think I could take care of her also?
She certainly reinforced that for you.
Right.
Hardcore. She let you believe that.
Oh, she needed me to believe that
Uh-huh.
because she knew that she was fucking neglecting me.
Right.
And then if she admitted to herself that she was neglecting me, then she was a bad person. And so she needed me to be fine and capable and smart and strong.
Mm. Yeah. It's wild. I certainly experienced some of that when my dad died. But it was different. Like only because of alcoholism,
Mm,
not because he was consciously or unconsciously. Like I was not being pulled into that position.
sure.
I just needed it, especially when I was growing up. But like I definitely had some of that shedding, a non-trivial amount of that shedding when he died. I was just able to step into my worth
Yeah.
more and put the kibosh on relationships that were overtly horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that the tunnel of it is literally embarrassing because like they were friendships which from space you were like, honey, really, are you sure this person's your friend? And I'm like, yeah, look at how much blood I give them all the time. And then at a certain point after that, when they were still pulling their bullshit, I was like, oh,
Mm,
no, I don't have any room in my nervous system even for this. Like, I
correct.
can't rise to that occasion. But like, even, being divorced, you know, in 8, 9 years after my dad's passing and like going through that process, I'm like, oh, you mean this thing wasn't love either? Oh, that's interesting. That's that I didn't see that one coming. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know, did I? How much did I? It's just like fucking shucking corn, but all the corn is rotten.
Ew. Blech.
I hate it. I hate this process. I
Yeah.
hate it. And now I'm like, I just want the thing I want. But what if the thing I wanted was bad? Because now I'm thinking the thing I
Oh,
wanted was bad.
baby.
Right?
Oh,
Because,
baby.
like, the thing that feels good to me that I inherently am like, give me this is like deep fucking codependence.
Right.
And I don't actually want that. I do actually want the freedom to be my own independent thermostat
Right.
and to move forward in a really like liberated, we walk next to each other and that's cool, but we don't always have to run gripping each other's hands or like merging into one human.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a good and healthy thing. Why it no feel?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because we are taught this lie over and over again that when you find love, you're like dissolving into each other.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And like the whole concept of my better half or my other half,
Uh-huh.
all of that stuff. We're not taught that we are complete people who then can love alongside someone and not have to like dive in head first, holding our
Mhm.
breath for as long as we can.
Yeah. Right.
There is
Right.
obviously there's deep romance and brain chemicals in feeling like you're enveloped in another person. And in feeling like your nervous systems are tied together and
Ugh.
feeling like you can feel someone else's feelings. Um, and it does feel powerful and it feels magical. And none of that is fake. None of it's false. Like our brains are designed that way so that we would keep
So
humans
that we'll
alive.
fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Exactly. uh-huh.
Uh, but it's also our brains kind of lying to ourselves about things, and it's hard when I find, and I'm not speaking for you at all, have had experience with people where the attention that I was getting from, well, they talk about it in Baby Reindeer. The guy's like, I didn't like, I liked her a little bit. I didn't really like her. I could tell that she was weird and she wasn't going to be great for me. And I wanted to make fun of her in front of my friends. But
Mm.
also, I really liked the attention that she was giving me. And I was like, oh my God, I must be really special if she's giving me this kind of attention.
Mm.
And it is, again, it's a very big feeling.
Uh-huh.
And you can wake up from that and be like, oh, this person is an asshole. This person is a stalker. This person is any one of a million other things that isn't actually good for you. But I hesitate to say that powerful. It's again like the hatred is patient kind of thing, though, right? The things that are good and healthy are not overnight.
Mm.
They take work. It's not, you don't have Uh, uh, what is it? What are the attachment styles again?
So there's anxious
Yes.
and avoidant, fearful avoidant, which is like disorganized
Hmm.
attachment, and then secure, which is
So
the ideal.
yes. So you don't have secure attachment at first sight, right?
Mm. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
You don't fall in secure attachment with
Ah, bummer.
So it's a different kind of chemical reaction. Like it's a slower, more patient one. It's the kind that relaxes you. It's not the kind that stimulates you. It's not the kind like when you have all that drama with somebody and you're in a like a state all the time. You're
Yes.
addicting yourself to those chemicals over and over and over again. You're fucking Pavlov's dogging yourself.
Mhm.
And when things are chill and calm, it's better for you, but you don't get that stimulation.
That's right. That's right. And the wild thing is, like, I was so afraid of that when I first started dating, and I felt really detached when I first started dating. And then um and then it and that was especially good because my first boyfriend was an absolute abusive psychopath.
Oh.
And then the second one was trusted and lovely, and I was also trying to keep like interdependence, but it became codependence real quickly.
Mm,
And then in the relationship that became my marriage, it was really, really, really hard to detect
hmm.
for me. It felt like red flags had been painted green. In hindsight,
Yeah. Wow.
at the time, I was like, everything's a-okay, and now
Right.
I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, I mean, it felt like the fake town in Blazing Saddles.
I haven't seen that movie since I was like 15. Yeah.
Really?
I don't like that brand of humor is not for me. I'm not even going to say I
I get
don't
that.
like it.
Sure.
It's the yeah, that and like airplane that style of stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm not like that's not funny. I totally get it.
Yeah, it's just not your flavor.
It's not what makes me laugh.
I get that. Yes. Hmm. Yeah. It feels like the fake town in
Mm,
Blazing Saddles.
well, damn.
And so now I'm like, I think this is healthy, and I do love this person, and I am keeping my own thermostat like at a seasonable 68 degrees, and theirs is whatever it is, and then it resolves, and they even expressed to me like, oh hey, it was so good that you were 68 degrees because I could look over here from my 77 or my 53 and take a look at you. And that felt really safe, and that felt regulating. And it also felt affirming that I was able to get myself back to 68 or whatever. And I was like, what a lovely expression of that.
Oh,
That sounds
that's
really healthy. And I'm like, you're an asshole. You are an uncaring fuck who is not giving everything to help a person that you love. What's wrong with you? What do you mean you
yeah.
can continue watching this movie or reading this book or going on with your day and not doing everything in your power to help them or to feel their feelings? And I'm just
Right.
like,
Sweet
ah.
little face. Yeah. 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 I had a conversation with my therapist that I remember very distinctly where I was applying all of that to my job. Where I was like, I am the person who's bending over backwards. I'm the person who's willing to stay late. I'm the person who's giving myself inside out. And I was like, I just don't understand why other people don't do their jobs well. Now, granted, I wasn't saying I don't understand why everybody isn't giving the very unhealthy amount that I was giving, which then caused me to burn out. Um, However, I really did just wish that people would fucking pay attention to the crap that they gave me so I didn't have to redo everything that they gave me. The answer to that was I should have given it back, right?
Oh, yes.
I didn't have to undo any of that. But she said to me, is it I think it's possible that you care about your job more than most people care about their jobs. And I was like, why doesn't everybody care about their jobs? She was like, people don't care about their jobs. Like I have all of these other
no.
clients, and people don't talk about their jobs the way you talk about your job.
Ah, shit.
And I was like, oh, I might be pulling in some of my own toxic stuff because I need to be the best one, and I need to be the one who's taking care of things, and I need to be the cleanup crew, and I need for everybody to be like, oh, Lillian, thanks so much for pulling us out of the fire, which is
Good
hilarious
girl.
because oh, yeah, we could probably boil it all down to that.
Oh, fuck.
I just want a gold star and a pat on the head. But that's the problem. When you become the person who's always the cleanup crew, you are not the superhero. You're the fucking janitor.
That's right.
You don't get your flowers
That's
but when you're
right.
the one who's always fixing things, when you're the one who's, oh, well, good old dependable
right.
Jen.
Yep.
You become the one who gets neglected. You become the one who never will get the fucking student of the month certificate. Like,
I don't know where this comes from in our fucking evolution, but they need to step the fuck up. I guess by they, I mean God or whatever. Because that's a shit deal.
well,
I tell you what.
A Darwin thing. I mean,
Yeah.
as the planet heats up, all of our brains are just going to start bubbling anyway. So it's definitely going to be different 30 years from now, whether it's good or bad. Our brain chemistries are going to be different. The chemical composition of our tears is going to be different.
Man, that's, oh, fuck. Oh. And honestly, to your earlier point, I think this is the slight dividing line between Gen X and then millennials, and even like geriatric exennials, the whole nine, right? But like basically 80s kids versus 70s and 60s kids. And I think that is when I was in elementary and middle school, the call to save the world was being foisted upon us.
Absolutely.
That was it. Like, and you were firmly in high school territory at that point. And you were like, whatever, life is all about music and weed and making out, right? Great. I love that. I wish I could have been Gen X, honestly. Like, I feel like I was supposed to have been born in 1970. That is what I feel the karma of my life is. But I was born in 1984. And so instead, I'm 10 years old and we're getting all of this information that's like, you need to save the planet now. And that's what millennials carry with us.
It's your job. We fucked it up. You guys fix it.
Yeah. And for them to honestly tell us in 1994, like, in 200 years, the planet will warm 1 degree. And we were like, what does that mean? And they were like, all the seals will die. And we're like, oh, fuck. So we all had these shirts that had the whole planet and like every species of animal that lived on them. And they made fucking Fern Gully when I was in 2nd grade or some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
We were all recycling our asses off.
Oh, boy.
To what end?
Yes. And because we were just a little bit younger and very impressionable children with like saucer wide eyes, like, okay, we will fix it, I guess. Nobody's made it hard to do that, right?
Right. Yes. There was, when I was like going from high school into college, there was definitely a huge uprising of like elementary and middle school, what do you call it? Personality pieces on the news where it's like, this little boy created this business that saves whatever. Also
making us overachievers above and beyond. Like, it gave us the fucking clarion call to all be exceptional.
Yeah.
You better save this fucking world. Yeah. Or God help you.
Right. I wonder what it is exactly about Gen X. And again, for folks who are listening, I am on the cusp. I'm 1979, but my sister's 11 years.
Technically an exennial, but
yes, yeah. My sister, which I think is, there isn't that overlap for any other anything.
Right.
There's no Zaby Zoomers or like whatever the hell.
Right. Oh
Um,
no.
we are caught in a weird point, but there's things that I have in common with you where like I remember playing in cemeteries without cell phones as a
Yeah,
child.
right.
But, there's, and I said to Don out loud, he was asking about something about computers. And I said, the first computer I owned was the computer you gave to me when we started dating.
Oh
And he
my
was like,
God.
wow. I was like, wow. Yeah, I had gotten by using like school computers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um,
Is it poverty or is it Gen Xing?
right, exactly. But it's a little bit of
Tough line.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't remember where I was going with this, but like being I think I was going to say I wonder what it is if Gen X was just like it already felt so impossible to be who the boomers were that we didn't even try.
Oh, yeah, right? And they were
Like it
like, we
seemed
saved America from Nazis. And you're like, cool, I guess. Here's the cure.
yeah.
And then they got leadheaded and they were like, we're the Nazis now. And you're like, I fucking guess.
Yeah.
Turn up the cure. I love Xers. It's such a rational response to an incredibly
Yes.
psychopathic megalomaniac.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's put on some eyeliner. You guys were out there starting like lemonade stands to save the fucking orcas.
Yes.
And we were like, I wonder if anyone has clove cigarettes.
That's right. That's the adolescence I wanted. Because we all failed. They made it impossible for us to succeed. And so just feeling like that failure on it, this sounds like an interesting sociological lens. I would be curious if there are more people pleasers, etc., in millennials than there were of boomers and Xers. And it's hard to say because also gender stuff has like changed with time.
Yeah.
So it's not like a foregone conclusion that every woman is a people pleaser.
Right.
However, generationally, we were asked to be above and beyond for everybody and the entire earth itself.
Oh,
and,
sure.
Interesting thought experiment.
There's been a lot of discussion on Twitter about like conversations about people's experience with IUD insertion. And
not the turn I thought this was going to be.
Right. Well, in talking about like women and people pleasing and like what women are expected to deal with with their periods, with any sort of anything. And I looked at many comments on a thread where people were like, well, I didn't feel that pain, so you must be lying, from women onto women. And then people without uteruses being like, no, I am a doctor. I have learned that you do not need pain medication for IUD insertion. And yes, I know you scream sometimes.
Oh my fucking God.
But and of course, everybody's body's different. Whether or not you have had a baby vaginally sometimes can make it easier for an IUD to be placed. But my least favorite thing is the lie of the pinch. It's not a pinch.
Nothing feels like a pinch except
Nothing's
a pinch.
And no one will ever pinch you inside of you. So let's just throw that out. That's not, we can't say that anymore. Anyway, this is brand new. And this particular article just came out yesterday. The CDC recently issued new guidance on managing pain during IUD insertion. But doctors say the updated advice, while a step in the right direction, doesn't tackle all of the sources of discomfort during the procedure. So this is, again, incremental change, right? Like, yeah, fucking put me under. I've said it before. I've said it again. Most people get put under for a colonoscopy, and there are plenty of people who would love to stay awake and have someone put something up their butt. People do not routinely put things into the very tiny hole of their cervix while awake. This is not
No.
something that people,
No.
the amount of people who do that recreationally, minuscule. Minuscule. They exist, but it's very small. I'm sure that those people are
There
doing
was a
very
meetup
well
page
on
for that.
OnlyFans. Well, no. No, but you know, I've seen some shit. So
You're always kink protecting. I'm sure the community has, great reverence for it.
people put things in urethras. People put things into cervices. It's not,
Bummer.
but it's not common.
That made me hurt.
I wish that I had been knocked out or at least in Twilight when my IUD had been put
Absolutely.
in.
Same for pulposcopy.
Colposcopy. Yeah, that's shitty. I would at least like better. I don't mind being awake for that if I couldn't feel it as much.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yes. Oh my God.
So yeah, so basically new guidance is that you should be counseled on pain management before the procedure.
Oh, bless it.
A lot of us have recognized that historically women's pain has not been adequately addressed, and we're trying to be much more cognizant of pain that patients feel during the procedures, Bart said. So yeah, like lidocaine, injections, gels, sprays topically, but that only targets part of the pain felt during an IUD procedure. By the way, I'm reading from an article from NBC News.
This is making me dizzy and hot.
/health/women's health. I mean, we don't have to go too deep into this, but the fact that anyone is even admitting that this is a problem shouldn't be an issue. I just read a thing, and again, I didn't actually look this up, so sorry if I'm just repeating a meme.
Hammer it home, girl.
But apparently there were not like medical studies of the full structure of a human clitoris until 1998.
No, I was already masturbating. What?
Yes. Many hundreds of millions of people.
Don't tell me a 14-year-old knew more about her clit than the medical community.
So, like, specifically the structure of it and how many nerve endings are in it. All of the information that they were using up until 1998, get ready for this, was based off of the clitoral structure of a cow.
First of all, good for her. Get it, Bessie.
Oh, I am dead.
Oh, no. Lillian?
Ooh.
What on earth?
Oh, moo. Yeah. Much in the very same way that there's like any sort there's a comedian who I really like who was recently talking, like, she was just casually like, well, we all know that female ejaculation is just piss. And I was like, oh, ma'am. Oh,
Do
ma'am. We actually know that it is not.
We know that it's not. That's right. It's got the Skeens gland in there.
Yeah. It has
doing something.
It's coming out the same hole. Just like penis cum and penis pee comes out the same hole.
Yep. What the fuck?
Oh
God.
Anyway, just a little
1998. You were firmly in college.
I sure was.
I was doing forensics.
This might be, I'm not going to go into the actual anatomy of all of this, but my like figuring out my body and my pleasure. I remember specifically saying out loud to someone, like on a band trip to probably a group of people I should not have been discussing this kind of thing casually with. It was at a theme park. I remember my friend Meredith
like
was there, who I was not
music.
close with. What? Oh yeah, we would go
festivals of music.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we would go sing somewhere, and then we would get to run around the park the whole day.
That's right. And your fucking cummerbunds and shit.
Oh, thank God, no. We got to change that. That is something that would have happened in the 90s, where they would have been like, you can do this, but only if you wear your dyed to match Payless shoes around the fucking park all day.
Oh, God bless. Oh, no. Yep.
Those were torture.
Yes, they were.
So
you're telling this band trip.
Yeah. People were talking about sex or like books of erotica or something like that. And I was like, I don't think that I have a clitoris. And they were like, you have a clitoris. And I was like, everything I've seen described is like a triangle of flesh. And I was like, that's not what's going on. And everybody immediately was like, I don't want to have this conversation. So we didn't really have much more of a conversation other than my friend Meredith being like, you'll figure it out. And then I was on a road trip with my pals from Threadneedle Fair, and my Threadneedle name was Pandora. And somebody found a book of erotica while we were just shopping in DC that was like Pandora's Box was the name of this book of like not top-notch erotica. But
serviceable erotica.
Heretofore I had only been exposed to the type of erotica that is encased in that you would find in a romance novel. So like even the really dirty romance novels are still like turgid vermilion.
Yes.
Her pulsing womanhood, blah, 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 you know?
Yes.
And that dumb little book, I figured some stuff out, and I was like, oh,
nice.
Oh, why didn't anyone just say it's like that? Like,
right.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
God.
Like a pea that rolled under the table and you find it under a napkin.
Her legume of wickedness. her petal of promiscuity.
Legume of wickedness. Oh no.
Her brothel-berry.
Okay, that's fucking good. Oh shit! Wow.
Oh, the pulchritude.
Incredible.
Yeah. Anyway, no one's looking out for us.
Vote in your local elections. Get
engaged.
Find your clit, I guess, if you haven't found it yet.
Yeah. I mean, top-notch advice. All of this is.
Oh, no.
You're going to need to find your clit if you're going to get involved in local politics, because you're going to need to blow off that fucking steam.
Oh, by the way, to tie it all back around, there is...
I can't wait.
So we were talking about pelvic floors.
Oh, yes.
There is a toy to help therapize a tight pelvic floor.
There's a lot.
Not a dilator.
There's a lot.
There's so many. There's one that I got called Kiwi.
Okay. I've seen ads for that. Is it good?
It's so cute and simple and stress-free.
Nice.
And very stress-free. But yeah, like it's super helpful. Like basically it's meant to just calm your whole pelvic region the fuck down.
Nice.
So it's no longer screaming. And then to enhance with pleasure and to continue to relax, the whole nine, right? But for anybody who's listening who has like pelvic floor issues, which is so many of us, strongly recommend the Kiwi. It's a really, really low stakes toy. Especially I think in this world of like clitoral toys where maybe like especially if you have pelvic floor stuff, like penetration can be really difficult, and this is a very low stakes like helper toy that's still really fun without feeling medical. Like, well, here's dilators. Have fun feeling like you're on a fucking morgue table. I don't know why they do that in a morgue.
I have follow-up questions.
Oh no! Oh, I'm lightheaded.
Clinical. I get it.
I'm glad you got me there. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, so good.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. There's people have so much shame. Like every gender has so much shame wrapped up in how their body is or is not supposed to work from whatever we've been told our entire lives. Like your boobs are supposed to look this way. You're supposed to be this feminine. You're supposed to be this masculine. Your dick's supposed to be this big. Your butt's only supposed to be this big, except for if you're in this one decade, in which case your butt's supposed to be huge. Like now your eyebrows are supposed to be tiny. Now your eyebrows are supposed to be gigantic. Like, put some fucking poison in your forehead so it looks like you've never smiled in your whole life. It's too much. And the only way to win is not to play. So the fact that there are people who are destigmatizing all kinds of stuff like that. Like I think that the tide might be turning for AFAB folks a little bit faster than the stigma that's still held up for men and what their pleasure is supposed to look like.
Definitely, yes.
Men
are less aware of their own oppression in general. I think that's maybe why.
Yes.
Right?
Because
they don't realize that there's something that has to break. We've been so aware that we're miserable. Men don't realize yet that they're miserable.
You are totally right. That's where all of the incels have come from. Is that they don't see what they're doing as like playing along with the game of the oppressor. Yeah. Oh, I can't fuck Kathy Ireland, then all women are shit.
Yeah. Also, interesting one to land on there.
I don't know what she looks like. I think that I only know like three supermodels
names in the 90s.
Oh, is that who she
her
was?
Kmart brand. Kathy Ireland had a Kmart brand, I think. Yeah, that's
Julia Roberts. Let's go with that.
I love it.
I don't know. No, I have literally never cared about supermodels.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if men realized how empty the picture of masculine pleasure is and the picture of like, this is how I have sex and this is how I win at sex, if they realized how empty
it's the winning
that was,
at sex thing. Yeah.
And ungratifying. And like, but I'm a more sensitive, tender being, and I actually want this level of softness, and I actually want to, but because everything reinforces that is winning,
right?
There's currently not a massive questioning of it from men.
Not from men over 38.
Yeah.
I think that the younger ones are writing their own rules, and I think that it's really lovely.
Yes.
I have a friend who is a trans woman, just fucking fabulous, and a performer, and just like a lovely, oh my God, I just love her. She was talking to me about how she winds up dating a lot of younger cis guys when she's dating cis people. She dates all kinds of people. But that the younger cis guys who are like in their 20s, she doesn't have to teach them how to talk to her. She doesn't have to teach them how to ask the right questions. She doesn't have to explain to them that pleasure can like exist outside of these particular situations that we have absorbed as the defaults, and that they're not shy about asking the questions that they feel like they want to or need to ask in a respectful and helpful way, that they like are down to do like a little debrief after sex where they're like, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, like whether or not it's kinky. There's like an element of aftercare, that people in their 20s are like way more invested in the pleasure of the people that they're with. And I was like, that is such a good thing to hear. Oh my God. Thank
I think
God.
it's really kicking in on the
I mean, in New York
younger
anyway.
people. Yeah, right. They're still
Whereas
all
these
growing
dudes in
up
their
with the same
40s are like,
porn.
women aren't supposed to get wet. Okay.
Okay. Here's a couch for you to fuck, I guess. What do you want?
Delightful.
Yay.
Oh my God. I was trying to remember the structure. There was an Ashley Furniture joke that I can't remember the name of. Yeah, I can't. I remember the name. Well, forget it. Too much coffee, talked for too long. I think my brain has shut down.
This was masterful. I love you so
This
much.
episode is definitely brought to you by caffeine.
Oh, for fucking sure. Caffeine and a kiwi toy, I guess, and the DNC.
The more you know.
I love you, Lillian Bustle. We love you, fuck buddies.
I love you, Jen Ponton. You're gonna be able to fully trust yourself one day, and it's not gonna be too far down the road. You're gonna be able to figure out what's right for you and figure out what you want, and you're gonna be able to identify that, and you're gonna be able to hang on to it, and it's gonna bring you all the joy, and I can't wait.
Who's luckier than me?
Aw.
Who's luckier to have a friend like you?
I love you.
Fucking nobody. I love you.